Long-term care is something that's kind of going to be huge for a lot of folks, and most people are not prepared for that. Most of us, half of us are going to need something like that. About 4% of the population bought long-term care insurance, and it's expensive. And there's no cap on it; it just goes up and up. So again, we have annuity, some call it annuity, and life insurance that. Long-term care is built in already, so there's something neat to look at. But a lot of people want to get a long-term care policy, again, because long-term care insurance or long-term care is very expensive. 2 out of 5 people 65 years and older will need it. So a lot of us are going to need it. So that's a good investment is nursing homes, because we're going to need it. The average cost of a nursing home is, actually it's probably a little bit more than that, and that's to be in. 7 out of 10 couples can expect at least one partner to use a nursing home after age 65. So what if all your life you've built up, a pretty good estate, and then one person needs it? It could wipe out the money for the other person. Well, they could always just have Medicaid, right?
Or take care of their spouse.
Or you could, yeah, there you go.
Is it changing the?
But what about Medicaid? Can I just get on Medicaid? Anybody know how that works?
You don't want to.
Qualified.
You have to spend out pretty much most of your resources to get on Medicaid, and then you don't really have choices. You don't have choices. So 56% of couples spend their income down to poverty level after one spouse has spent 6 months in a nursing home. So again, there's some products that have some of this built into them with no extra, obvious costs. I'm sure it's built in a little bit. But like the life insurance and some annuities, this is built into some of that, so you might want to take a look at that. Or you can buy a long-term care policy. You want to buy it when you're young enough and healthy enough. All right, a lot of people, I got my 86-year-old grandpa's on oxygen. We need some of this long-term care insurance. That's not going to work. What services are covered? These are, a bunch of questions to ask with long-term care. And again, if you need any help with that, we can help you. But what services are covered? Is it in-home? A lot of people want to be home, right? Is it just in a facility? Skilled nursing? What kinds of things are covered? They'll have a cap. How much will they pay per day or per month? There's a lot of things that go on in here that you need to think about. How long will the benefits last? A lot of folks get a 3-year policy, is pretty common. You can have longer than that, it's going to cost a lot more. What's the maximum lifetime benefit on it? There's a whole bunch of things to look at and crunching numbers out and all. Again, there's waiting periods on any of these things. If you have a waiting period, that means you have something wrong and they're going to wait, and it could be 1 to 9 months generally. Usually it's like 3 months or so. So the longer the waiting period that you elect to select, the cheaper the policy is going to be, because you're going to have to pay out of pocket till that waiting period is over. So disability, they all have these waiting periods in there. Reason to own it: you don't want to delete your and your spouse's life wealth accumulation, and it gives you choices for where you might go if you need to. You have choices. So now that's some reasons why you might want to